I'd like to now show you a couple of other functions from the colors menu. So the first one I want to show you is called Posterize. When you click on Posterize, you'll see that the photo now turns into kind of a cartoon. And what's nice about this is if you want to make a handout or a sign, you can use your photos and make them more cartoonish. So you see here that there's a slider, and the further to the right, the more detail comes out in the Posterize setting. So if I go all the way to the right, it's exactly as the photo was before. And if I go all the way to the left, it becomes more abstract. So I usually put it on like 4 or 5. It gives you a nice effect. And again, there's a preview button. You can turn it on and off to see the differences here. In an earlier video, I showed you how to desaturate and saturate your photos. There's actually a tool in the colors menu called Desaturate. And it desaturates on several different levels of gray. There's lightness, luminosity, and an average between lightness and luminosity. Personally, I think luminosity looks better, but you can choose whichever setting that you like. There's also a nice setting called Invert, which turns all of the colors to the opposite. And there's a setting for levels. Now when you're adjusting the color levels, you'll see here there's a histogram, and that shows the balance of the lights and darks in the photo. And you'll see that this is a relatively nicely balanced photo. The peak is in the middle. If you want to reduce the lows, you can just drag the dark side to the right. And if you want to reduce the highs, drag the white triangle to the left. And you'll see that it's kind of like what we were doing with brightness and contrast. As you drag the white to the left, it gets brighter. And as you drag the dark to the right, it gets darker. But it maintains the same levels. The last tool in the colors menu I want to talk about is Colorize. And this will allow you to create an overall hue of a different color for the photo. For example, this is set on blue, but if you want it to be more purple, you can drag the hue to the right, and eventually you get to red. And as we go to the left, we go green, closer to yellow, and then orange and red. So these are, the red are the two extremes. And you can accentuate the saturation or desaturate it. So as we bring it closer to the left, it becomes grayer, but it still has that blue hue. And as we bring it closer to the right, it becomes more saturated. And you can adjust the lightness as well.